Hi, I'm Christina Trauthwein, Editor-in-Chief of Hotel Business. We're here in Phoenix at the Lodging Conference, and I am with Justin Jabara, and he's the VP of Development at Meyer Jabara Hotels. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Okay, so let's talk about your portfolio. I understand you have a new hotel in Las Vegas and another new one in New Jersey, and that's pretty exciting. So
we've been busy. We've got a lot of development. Meyer Jabara is expanding their footprint, and historically we've been east of the Mississippi and really moving west. So we just signed a deal for a ground-up hotel in Summerlin, Las Vegas, and another hotel in Morristown, New Jersey. So both very exciting properties, lifestyle-based, high design, great locations. So,
what brands are you working with?
So the Summerlin Hotel is going to be a Cambria, and what's exciting about that is it's within a mixed-use piece of land, so surrounded by retail and restaurants. It is going to have a significant catering portion to that, which is a little bit different than the prototype Cambria box. So we're excited about that. Indoor and outdoor, we're doing a special outdoor wedding space. And then in Morristown, we're also doing Cambria. And that is right downtown on the green in Morristown. One of the first hotels to go in Morristown in many, many years. So it's a market that we have been in historically in the past and exited out of just because pricing was right and good time to exit. But we are very excited to get back into the Morristown market.
So it's all about experience today, and grab-and-go marketplaces are certainly trending, and your company is definitely in on the trend. Talk about why.
Well, in today's world, it's all about experience, and when you look at especially the select service segment, right, there are more brands than we can even count out there in this space, and there's a lot of comfortable beds and flat screen TVs. So you look at the touch points of where you can interact with the guest and what's important to them, and we've found that the grab and go can be a great differentiator. So over the last couple of years, we've really been focusing on our grab and goes. What we had to do in the last year is really say, okay, we've done a good job with this, but how do we recreate it? So we've blown up our grab and go concept, and so now we're doing things like fresh cut deli meats, and really an alcohol, but with service and taking the coffee experience to a totally next level.
So talking about food here, on-site gardens are also gaining popularity, and your hotels feature this.
So in our full-service hotels, we have a breadth of talent, right? We have great chefs and fantastic outlets. But, you know, success is the enemy, and we really looked at what is the next step and how do we make this experience special. What we started doing is putting full gardens within our hotels, and whether that's on the property or even within the hotel, and then featuring that product. So if you're going to have a mojito, that mint is grown on site, and the tomatoes if they're in season, or even the mushrooms. And it's a pretty cool story when you can sit there and eat a salad and know that that food was cultivated by the same staff which is serving you today.
So we're still talking about food and drink, and you mentioned coffee, and everyone needs that cup for a pick-me-up. I understand that you're launching a new concept within one of your boutique hotels.
We are, and coffee is near and dear to my heart, being an avid coffee drinker. But everybody stays in a hotel, and you go downstairs, that first cup of coffee in the morning is typically not that special. It's drip coffee, it's in the air pod, and we just chug it down and move on. In my day-to-day life, I go to a coffee shop and I get a great, locally sourced or cultivated cup of coffee, and it's an experience. So what we notice is there's a true gap in what our customers are experiencing in their day-to-day life and what we're offering them. So we are just working through this concept right now. It's a partnership with a local roaster, and we've, in one of our boutique hotels that's under development, set aside space, and it's going to be a coffee shop, but it's going to be a little bit different.
So we need to follow up on that story too.
Yeah.
Company culture, I know that's very important to Meyer Jabara Hotels. So tell me a little bit about yours and why it is so important.
Well, I think it's just knowing where your roots are, right? Meyer Jabara Hotels has been around for over 40 years. We're a family-owned company, 2 partners, 3rd generation, myself, and knowing what's made you successful, and what's in your heart, and not, diverging from that. So as we grow, we continue to spend a lot of time and invest deeply in our culture. I think that's one of the hallmarks of what makes us special. Our turnover rate within the organization is drastically different than what we see within the industry. And a lot of careers are started, and then it's one thing to start a career, but to grow them. So things like the journey, which is our corporate culture, we continue to invest in and drive upon. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of nice hotels, but what makes the difference is the people. That's it.
So great.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It's been great to be here.